Hey everyone, today we are going to be doing a Pissed Off Pete video. Woohoo! It's been a while since I've been pissed. That's not true. It's been a while since I videotaped it though. So as you know, you might be able to see a little smidgen of him right here. I've had Ruger with me. I did a video on him the other day. I've had him with me for, he's going to be for quite a few days. I think today is day number 4. And so he's been with me. Things have been going really good, no complaints. He has his issues that we knew he had, and we're working on them, but it's really not been that bad. With that said, today has been a day where it's been nice enough out to actually leave the house, and we've been going around to different places socializing him, like Tractor Supply and PetSmart, and just, you know, doing the classic, just walking around, minding our own business, just learning to ignore things, learning that it's okay to just do you and not focus on the people around you or the dogs around you. So he's been doing really good. And I go by this aisle and I look down and there's a guy with a silver lab, probably 3 months old, just a little thing, sitting there off leash. So I just walk by, and I have Ruger on a short leash, just like this long, right? Just so I can, on a prong collar, so I have maximum control. Just in case anything does happen, I have maximum control. I'm not like pulling on a long leash. I got him right by the neck, and I can just pull him away and maneuver him any way that I want, just to be safe. To be clear, I want to be very clear about this, nothing happened in any of the stores. He had no poor reactions to anything. Everything went smooth and fine. But that dog, that puppy, came running around and ran right up behind us. And Ruger spun around and looked at it. Didn't growl or snarl or anything, but I just, you know, made sure I grabbed him to make sure nothing happened and held his head up. And I like pushed the puppy away, and the guy came around the corner yelling the puppy's name. Come here, sit down, sit down. I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase this so I don't sound like a jackass. People go into stores like that, specifically with dogs like Ruger, and he did good, but there's dogs that are much worse that go into stores like that for that exact reason, is to socialize their dog and to get their dog out, and it's a good environment to get their dog used to things and stimulated to things. It's a good socialization tool. You're an idiot for what you did. Whoever you are, whatever your name is, I don't give a shit about you, and I think you're an absolute idiot. You have no right to be in there with a dog off leash, let alone an untrained dog, let alone a puppy. What would happen if I had a dog that was more reactive in there and I'm trying to socialize him, I'm not bringing him around any people, we're staying in our own aisles all by ourselves, and all of a sudden your stupid little puppy comes running up and gets bit or killed or something? Whose fault's that? That's your fault. Am I going to be in trouble for it? Is my dog going to be in trouble for it? Because you can't keep your dog on a fucking leash? Really pisses me off. You have no right to do that. And you should be, you're not cool, you're not tough, you're not a good trainer, it's not any... Dude, if you're walking around, puppies don't run away. This is something that people need to learn. Puppies, like, stay right with their owners all the time. You can walk off leash all over your house, all over your property, and they're just, like, hanging out with you. It's when they start getting older. So just because you walk around your goddamn yard with your 13-week-old and say, come, and he comes and shit, doesn't mean you can go into a store and just have him off leash walking around with you. This is not okay. This is not, absolutely not appropriate dog behavior. There's no reason to not have that dog on a leash. I don't care if it's trained at a perfect heel. Why not have it on a leash? It's not even about your dog. It's about other people's dogs. Why not have it on a leash? So you can show people how cool you are? You have a 13-week-old puppy and you're walking around like you're some fucking cool dog trainer because it's sitting behind you while you're looking at tractor grease at a Tractor Supply? You think you're cool? You think you're cool with your silver lab? Having it just run amok through Tractor Supply? Not listening to you at all, by the way? had to come over and grab it. I mean, and the puppy's not doing anything wrong. It's doing normal puppy behavior. You're the one doing it wrong. You're wrong for doing that. And that's pretty much the end of my rant. There's not a lot to say about it. It's just, if anybody's listening to this and you're the type of person that does this, don't do that shit. Put your dog on a leash. If your dog is going to be interacting with other dogs in a place where it is not mutually understood that dogs are going to be off leash, put your dog on a leash. If you're at a dog park and someone shows up with their dog, it's assumed everyone's dog's going to be off leash. So if somebody lets their dog off leash and that dog goes and attacks your dog, or vice versa, obviously the person that owned the dog that attacked your dog is going to be held liable for that, because there was a mutual understanding that your dog should be safe to be here. There is no mutual understanding of that in a PetSmart or a Tractor Supply or a Petco or wherever you are. In those places, it is. And I'd imagine that it's actually mandatory and employees just don't hold those things up. Your dog should be on a leash. I don't care. If you're in a public place, your dog should be on a leash unless it is understood that it can't be. Your dog running up to my dog is not my dog's fault if he reacts. And it's not even a knock on the dog for being reactive. Honestly, some dogs are reactive dogs. Some breeds are reactive breeds. This is the nature of it. And it doesn't mean that those dogs don't get to go out and be socialized. Just because you want to take your fucking little teeny mutt lab and run it around the fucking store like an idiot. So that's Pissed Off Pete. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.